sake, what now?
Who run Barter Town?
Damn it, I told you no more embargoes.
Poor Blaster. Say loud.
Master Blaster.
Blaster? What?
Master Blaster runs Barter Town.
Louder.
Master Blaster runs Barter Town.
Lift embargo. Four, three, two.
For God's sake, what now?
Who run Barter Town?
Damn it, I told you no more embargoes.
Poor Blaster. Who run Barter Town? Who run Barter Town?
You know who.
You know who.
Say,
Master Blaster.
say loud.
Loud.
Master Blaster.
Master Blaster.
Blaster? What?
Master Blaster runs Barter Town.
Master Blaster.
Louder.
Louder.
Master Blaster runs
Oh,
Barter
there we
Town.
go. Master Blaster run Barter Town.
Embargo.
Lift embargo. Oh, it's one of my favorite movies. Who run Barter Town? One Nation Enter, One Nation Lead. Good morning, everybody. Out of the sewage. We don't need another hero. Out of the sewage. We got The Last Generation. Tina Turner. Hang on, I got too much music in my ear. All we want is that is something, the Thunderdome. The Earth is a Thunderdome. Hang on, I'm not ready at all. All kind of crazy stuff happening this morning. All right, good morning, people. Let me get it going. Get my bobulations, because I'm discombobulated. Get that all going. We don't need another hero. We don't need to know the way home. All we need is something, the Thunderdome. There's some depth into that statement. Have y'all seen Mad Max? You need to see Mad Max. It is your future. It is not the past. It is not a documentary from the past. It's the future. Tina Turner done told you that. All right, hang on. Get ready there. It's gonna take me a while. I'm not sure if this is working right. Crazy stuff happened this morning. There you go. There we go. We are working right. Got some people over there. We don't need another hero. One nation enter, one nation leave. The Thunderdome. Thunder Earth. I love it. I think the movie kind of explained a lot of the problems we're having today. Who run Barter Town? Not the Americans. Who run Barter Town? Not Donald Trump. Who runs Barter Town? So this is a part of the movie, if you haven't seen it, where the little man who's behind the scenes, kind of like the Wizard of Oz. I don't know how many times we've had this repeated for us, that the people in front never really run. Tina Turner thought she ran Barter Town, and then Master Blaster shut down. What's his name? Was it Master Blaster? Well, he's the master, and then he was riding on the blaster. I think that's how that worked out. But he shut down Barter. He shut down the Thunderdome. Why? Because he owned the resources. He ran Barter Town, so she had to say it louder. Say it loud. Who run Bartertown. I'm ready to go. I'm almost ready to go. I got that shared, subscribe, that. Anyway, good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing?
For God's sake, what now?
Bartertown. See, little dude right here.
I told you no more embargo.
Damn it, I told you, no more embargoes. No, who run Bartertown? See, this is like the Rothschilds and Rockefellers sitting on top of the Pentagon, because they run Bartertown. They tell people where to go, where to get off, how soon to get off, and who to get off on. All right, hang on. Almost ready to go. I think we are ready to go. I think we are ready to go. All right, so no YouTube there today, but I am going to bring up YouTube over here so we can kind of listen. And how's everybody doing this morning? Who run Bartertown? Anybody got any clues? I know, it was 2020 election is here, so it's going to get a little nutty from here on out. Do we get to wear outfits like that in the future? Megs, only if you secure the resources. You need to secure the hats. You need to go find yourself some jeans that you can rip up and some leather and stuff. Because these were the privileged people. Only the privileged made it. They made it through scarcity and they came out on the other side. But you need to you need to find the ability to take a car and put a horn on the front of it, find some razors or something, get some leather suits, because you're gonna need it in the future, girl. You're gonna need that. Massa Blaster run Bartertown. See, the banks run Barter Earth, and they don't want to share the resources. But people can't seem to figure that out. So we are lost in conflict right now. Let's flip the audio. It's gonna be fun. You gotta teach your kids how to hunt, how to grow, how to run, how to fight, how to just teach your kids. No, I'm gonna teach my kids that the election system is how things work and we're gonna vote. No, they don't need to vote in the future, baby. They don't need to vote. They're gonna have to get a knife, a gun, a badge, a monkey, or something and throw it at people. That's gonna be the future. This gonna be the future because we don't run Bartertown. We do not run Bartertown, and we don't know who it is. The damn sure ain't no midget, but we know they got a blaster. It's a master, and the blaster is probably the Pentagon, the tip of the spear. Good morning, everybody. That was one of my favorite movies growing up as a kid. All you're gonna have to do is teach your kids how to survive post-America, post the banks rule the world. Because one nation enter, one nation leave. See, this is how this works out. Oh, let me explain the Thunderdome to you. Thunder Earth is fun. It's all fun. You got these families, they run everything. And you got all the nations, and they think that they run everything. They don't run a damn thing. They don't own no resources. The kings and lords do. The coffers got all that. And so you put one nation in, you put the two nations in. Two nations go in, one nation come out. And we could do two leaders go in, one leader come out, but we don't want to do that. Mayans did that. That was very smart. And what's going to happen in the end is whoever comes out, they're going to die too. So, and what's going to be left over is no identity. It's going to be a bunch of people with dirt and cars and broken down robots and leather, some holes in it, and some tin and some metals that you can make into shards and defend your freedom. Because this is where the world is going to go. AI is not a hypothetical situation. We are making mentally ill AI, and the first nation that turns that on is required to start World War III. That's a requirement. It's not an option. You know that, right? Please tell me that you know that. And first of all, to be honest with you, they already got something. I was confirming with a brother who worked on AI the other day. They got something. I think it's mentally ill AI, but they've already been turning it on. So it's just a matter of time. They'll turn on AI. Yeah, America, we turned on AI first. We rule the world. If the Republic of Dimbaku in Africa gets AI first, they got to turn it on. They're going to turn it, because what nation ever developed some sort of mass murder technology didn't use it? What Mad Max with a whistle never used it? Right? What Huns never used horses and bows? Which Comanche didn't use the horses? Which Britain and Italy, Spain and the Dutch, which one of them didn't use their weapon to destroy their neighbors and steal what they got? There never was one. So whoever makes AI first gonna turn it on. It is a damn requirement. We have not evolved from those days. We got the same brain. of murdering people and stealing what they got. It's a guarantee. We get one up, and this is how Mad Max won that one. He had that whistle. If you remember the movie, he blow the whistle. We got a Pentagon. We get an AI, and as soon as they get it, they're going to turn it on. And they're not just going to turn it on the enemies. They're going to turn it on you too. Because you need people to work. You need people to make the robots. And if they have AI, so here's an example. Let's say the Republic of Dimbabaku makes in Latin America somewhere in some, I don't know, forgotten jungle somewhere in deep down in the South, in the woods. They turn on AI, they figure out how to make an AI. They own the world. Yeah, but we got the military, we got the robots, we got the drones, we got the Pentagon. And how's all that work? Computers, right? They use computers, right? And if AI runs everything, there is no firewall you can build. There is no code you can make. There is no way you're gonna stop AI. You know why? Because your Pentagon broke all software. You know that, right? They put a backdoor into all security packages. They put a backdoor everywhere into everything. And even if it wasn't a backdoor, it doesn't even matter if it's a backdoor. AI can break into anything. It is the A and the I, and it's going to be mentally ill. So the Democratic Republic, Watu, they don't actually need a military. All they need is the AI. Release it on the internet, and we rule the world. They'll go shut the power off on everybody's country. All the militaries will start turning on the people. They take over the Pentagon. They take over your tanks and your drones and your bombers, and they will show you where to go. Because everybody wants to run Thunderdome. But who runs Bartertown? Not us. But I got most of my people who they're gonna get out there and get to voting for the next gladiator to throw in the ring so he can ascend to the top of the power and destroy everybody. Good morning, everybody. I was watching this thing yesterday. Who was that yesterday? Was that Brother Tony? He did the thing on the Donald Trump links, and they think he is the God come again, Jesus Christ walk on water, because they did that with Obama too. I'm not sure how much I believe that, y'all. I don't know, because the problem I have is I used to be in the church, and I read the scripture, and I know that the people know that they ain't doing what they're supposed to be doing. They know that thou not supposed to kill. They know that. It said, thou shalt not kill Palestine, and thou shalt not steal from Palestine in their land. Everybody know that. And so they killing, they stealing, they robbing, and they're coveting. So they know that they ain't following no scripture. They know when Jesus Christ come again, God, Allah, whoever come back in some spaceship or something, it's going to be a whole lot of lightning. And if you ain't got no lightning umbrella, you ain't got sunscreen 8,000, you gonna die. You better hope God come back ain't feeling Old Testament-y. If so, in America, you're gonna need some burn cream. You're gonna need some burn cream because everybody burning up Palestine and the whole earth, this whole Garden of Eden that they're raping, destroying, pillaging, and blowing up. Most of them live in my nation. I don't think I'm gonna make it. Megs, you might make it. I don't think I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna have a chance to wear this tight leather suit. Get me a whip and a chain and a whistle. Now I don't think that'll be me. America's gonna be a wasteland. It's gonna be just one big scarred, charred thing when Jesus come back. Because Yeshua come back, they're like, oh Jesus, we rebuilt the temple. We didn't. I didn't tell you to do that. Did I tell you to do that? And besides the fact, I didn't tell you to kill, murder, shoot people, rob, kill, shoot children, the children of God with high-powered assault rifles. Didn't I tell you that I blinded the Jews in part so the whole world could be saved? That they blind, they can't see everything. They supposed to stay in the Jewish faith. You supposed to be in the Christian faith. Okay? Why are you following blind people? Where's that gonna get you? The blind leading the blind. But that's okay. I just sit back and I say, now I don't really trust all those scriptures anyway. They've been modified by King George, King Henry, King this, that, and the popes that killed 60 million people. So, the scriptures, they've been changing a long time. But the end is coming. And it's gonna look like this. Right here. You're gonna get yourself, I don't know if that's a hammer. I don't know what that is. That kind of looks like a barrel on a stick, a little barrel or something. Get that, wrap some tape around, some duct tape or something, make you a weapon. This is what you gotta need to teach the kids. I think right now in the schools, we need to start teaching the kids how to read, write, and spell, and all the things that we teach them. They're not gonna need it. They're not gonna need none of that. They ain't gonna be nothing left. It's gonna be a whole lot of dirt and people trying to kill them. Teach your children how to run, how to eat dirt, make some mud cakes, chew on the branches, what food to eat, how to pick some damn mushrooms and forage. That's the world we're running towards because everybody wants to be at the top, and the top run everything. Who run Bartertown? Ain't you. Anyway, All right, I'm reading some comments today. I really ain't got nothing to talk about. I was listening to Tina Turner, and she was just like, "We don't need another hero," and everybody running to the election to get another hero. Ain't nobody listening. Ain't nobody listening. And the little dude tried to tell you who ran Bartertown, but nobody wants to listen. That's okay. Just learn how to run. That's all. Learn how to run. Anyway. So yeah, Megs, I think we're gonna have some outfits. We're gonna have some nice outfits. It's gonna be fun. In fact, let me look at see what the future look like a little bit. I like these. I haven't seen this movie in a little bit. I need to go watch it again. See, there's gonna be little children everywhere. They're gonna be dirty and funky and scratchy, and boogers coming out their nose and filthy and bugs crawling in their eyes and stuff. It's gonna be nasty. It's gonna be fun though. They're gonna have fun. They're not gonna have to go to school as long as they got some food. All right, now I don't know how I need to be able to look at the YouTube comments. So I'm just gonna jump back and forth. And I guess I'll be a Facebook supremacist this morning and just blow this up and make it big so they can dominate the screen. I know it's bad on YouTube, but you know, y'all ran for a little while when they kicked me off of Facebook for talking about peace and freedom and love everybody. We're gonna destroy the planet. We keep making weapons to murder people and we are people. They don't like that sort of thing on social media. Social media is not about being social, it's about being anti-social. It's just about being pick a team. Be arrogant, be ignorant, say a lot of stuff that you don't believe, that you don't know, you ain't never been, know how, people who don't even run nothing, make any damn decisions. And they're good with that. And they use like learning software and AI to keep just the teams equal. The censoring is about to get stepped up. And it's just not on the people talking peace and anti-war and consciousness. It's stepped up on everybody because they need half the ignorant people over here, half the ignorant people over here. And anybody talking peace and freedom and consciousness and work together and light and all that yin yang y'all hear us talking. You just, as long as you're quiet, as long as ain't too many of y'all, and they keep half the world divided over here and everybody fighting in Thunderdome. That's it. That's all we got. Hang on, wait, that's the height. I'm trying to make nope, it's not working. Wait, there we go. Nope. I'm trying to figure out how to make it taller. Gotta make it bigger. I gotta make it bigger. Yeah, that's gonna go nowhere, so I don't wanna do that. Nope, that's all right, that's all you get. That's as big as you can get. You can't get no bigger than that. We ain't putting no more Viagra, because when you pull it, it stretches, and when it stretches, you can't breathe it. But this is the future right here. I don't think we need another hero. It's gonna be a whole bunch of Raggedy Mans. That's what she called Raggedy Man. Here's Thunderdome. Look at this right here. This is what you need to show your kids. Wait, no, that's not a good picture of it. Right here, here you go. There you go. Yep, this Thunderdome right here. This is the future. This is the future if y'all keep fighting over resources and Master Blaster own all the resources and owns the learning software and owns the Pentagon and owns the military for China, Russia, everybody. This is the future. See, that climbing, that's a skill. The kids gonna have to learn how to climb in the future. Hopefully they got good eyes. They can see death coming from a little whiles away. So these kids, you got these little kids with these trifocals and bifocals because they've been looking at these little pads. They ain't gonna make it. That's not a survival skill. They're not gonna make it. It's gonna be rough. Oh, look at this one right here. See, here you go. We're gonna have neat trucks and stuff. You're gonna need something with big tires. Big tires. Don't be mad at the rednecks because they got them big tires down there on them big trucks. Big truck, big engine, big tire, because you're gonna have to run. It's Hunter's birthday. Happy birthday, Hunter. Damn it, happy birthday. You ain't gonna have another one though, brother. You enjoy this one. Hunter Lee. Go and enjoy it. Enjoy it, bro. Go out, paint the town red. Get some some alcohol and cannabis and some mushrooms. And mix that up, make yourself a smoothie, and go have some fun. You ain't gonna have another one because this is an episode. I think America's an entertainment system. I actually do. I think Earth is the entertainment system of the universe, and I think America is the entertainment system of the world. And I think that's why I got so many international friends. I think they be lying, y'all. I do. Just for a minute. I think they're lying. I think that our international friends, they come over here because they just want to laugh at us. That's all. They don't believe peace and freedom, consciousness. No, because they know we're going to die. We're a TV station. We're not even a nation. TV. We're their entertainment. I think when they get tired of their scarcity in their country and things getting blown up and people being robbed and our government telling their government what to do for these Rothschilds and Rockefellers and banks that actually run everything, they just come over to our threads and kind of like, look at the Americans doing. Y'all see them? I think we're like in a zoo. Look, they're fighting. They're killing each other. They're eating. I was looking at rodeo yesterday. Oh my goodness. The things that people do in rodeo. They still jumping over bulls and there you go. There's an outfit. Ooh, there you go. Now, that's right. Yep. You're going to have chainmail in the future. I know you thought you was going to have Versace. No, that's not your future. That's not a future on a planet with an explosive population on limited resources because you got a few people at the top limiting the resources for everybody. That makes them moody. This is the future right here. Get yourself some chainmail. I don't know how to make chainmail. Maybe we can make chainmail out of like some old keys, the Benzes and Lexuses and stuff. Maybe if you can take, because you know how the key ring got the thing? You just got to rip all that stuff that says Lexus and Benz and BMW and kind of cut it with a crimper and kind of stitch it together, and we can make some chainmail, right? Because nobody drive no Benz and BMW in the future. No, you're gonna have something. You need something with some metal, some sharp things, an explosive front, and a cannon on the front. That's what you need. All right. Just having some fun right in my mouth. I gotta do something real quick. I gotta start the meet, so I gotta do something real quick. Ooh, let's look at 5G real quick. This is gonna be the end.
Did you kill your mother?
Welcome back. Now let's turn to 5G technology that's the new rapid speed internet. While it seems that 5G has been around for a long time, 5G has only officially launched with some mobile networks, including Verizon and AT&T. Now Huawei has been at the heart of the race for 5G, and it's said that its technology is far more advanced than their competition. Now let's welcome back Andy Purdy, Chief Security Officer with Huawei Technologies USA. Andy, let's start with simplifying it for the average viewer. 5G. What is the difference between Huawei and its main competitors, which are Ericsson and Nokia? What differentiates Huawei?
Well, the three major areas that 5G is bringing, which is going to help bring computing power to the edge, one has to do with the speed and the amount of data that can pass in a quick manner. The other is latency, so that the response time is shortened dramatically. So when you look at autonomous driving, you look at the ability to stop the car based on the most current data, rather than stopping in 1 meter, maybe you'll stop in 1 centimeter. In terms of remote surgery, the ability to have the really fine-tuned connection, so there's really no pause. The ability to have sensors and machine-to-machine communication to make very important decisions on our vertical industries. And finally, the multiple connections of a particular area. Some of this can benefit in the consumer space, for example. So if you're at a sports stadium, for example, and you've got your mobile device, and maybe there are 50 cameras around the stadium, you'd be able to play back whichever of those videos you wanted, because there's so much connectivity, it's going to be a very important thing. So this is going to enable this fourth revolution, bringing computing power to the end, and it's going to make the lives of people a lot better.
But how is that different from your competitors, Nokia and Ericsson?
So we can handle more speed, more amounts of data. In terms of latency, we are at the front end of the latency, of the shortening of the response time. And in terms of multiple devices, we can service a whole lot more devices. And our equipment provides a much smaller carbon footprint, so the energy efficiency can be absolutely tremendous.
Now, Ericsson recently said that Huawei isn't actually that far ahead in the 5G space, and that's what they said. They said that they are just as competitive on 5G, so what do you have to say to that?
Well, let me say this in a couple respects. Last year, the Chief Technology Officer of British Telecom, one of the major telecom operators, he said there is really only one provider in the world of telecom equipment, talking about Huawei. And what I would say is, rather than me saying we're better, one of the things we ought to encourage in the United States and around the world is let's have open competitions. Let's have opportunities to demonstrate the different aspects of the technology so people can see for themselves. And similarly, we ought to have some of the equipment, like right now in mobile devices, you know, we open up our telecom mobile equipment to white hat hackers to see whether there are vulnerabilities. The telecom equipment vendors ought to do the same thing. Not to live networks, but get the equipment and let white hat hackers to look for the vulnerabilities. Let's encourage this kind of transparency, this kind of competition to help drive everybody to do better and give more of an objective basis for knowing where folks stand in the competition.
Do you consider Huawei a capitalist company? Are you capitalist?
Oh, absolutely. And in the sessions that we had in China recently, as we're trying to adapt this plan B of where we're going to have to find other technologies to support what we do around the world, and we try to prioritize those things that are most important, because if we have to find more sources, we don't want to keep supporting products that aren't as good. So this is going to enable us to have a refresh. And I predict that in the next 2 or 3 years, when you look at the manifestations of the kinds of briefings I received, you will see that in that period of time, there's going to be a much greater recognition that Huawei is one of the most impressive companies in the world, driven by an entrepreneurial...
I can't do that to y'all. I can't do it. I can't do it. That's not important. What's important is the end of the world. And you gotta be excited when you believe that stuff that comes from that. You got that Benz and that BMW that's going to be turned into chainmail later. That right there, the little kid's gonna take it, break it apart, make like a shank out of your bumper. You have to be happy about it. Otherwise, people won't buy it. Here looks something. This looks interesting. Cricket seconds.
You've heard of drug-sniffing dogs. You've heard of dolphins trained to carry intel equipment in the water. Carrier pigeons, right? Well, get ready for a new species of spies. There he is. Look at this guy. See that? That's a grasshopper. Wow. Working in the name of national security? Grasshoppers? Here's our correspondent, Natasha Sweet, with the details.
Well, many of us think of insects as pests or something we would only like to see from afar. The Navy has stumbled upon a grasshopper's most valuable asset, and this very asset could even help promote homeland security applications by detecting explosive devices. Researchers at the Washington University in Missouri are studying the olfactory senses of the American grasshopper. The neurons in their antennae can detect chemical odors in the air, and each grasshopper's antennae has roughly 50,000 of these neurons. In the study, the team puffed different explosive materials onto the antennae. Sensors were placed on the grasshopper to monitor neural activity while moving around. In the process, they were decoding the various smells in their environment. Now, since the insects were freely moving around, this required a low-power electronic component to collect, log, and transmit data. The implanted electrodes revealed to scientists the different neurons that were activated when exposed to the explosives. The electrical signals noted a difference in vapors that were explosive and non-explosive. The grasshoppers were able to accurately detect explosives up to 7 hours after the electrodes were implanted. The insects reportedly died after becoming fatigued. The goal of the study is to develop a biohybrid nose. The university's biomedical engineering department received a $750,000 grant from the Office of Naval Research. Now, researchers say the canine olfactory system still remains a state-of-the-art sensing system for many engineering applications, including homeland security and medical diagnosis. But since training these dogs takes a considerable amount of time and resources, there could be something to utilizing grasshoppers for national security. Reporting in Los Angeles, Natasha Sweet, RT.
When the UK recently decided to involve the Chinese company Huawei in rolling out its 5G mobile network, it simultaneously defied US warnings about so-called national security concerns. It also broke ranks with several allies, including the US, Australia and Japan, which have banned the Chinese telecommunications giant from developing their 5G networks. Some hailed the UK's move as a wise, much-needed boost to the country's digital infrastructure market, especially in the post-Brexit era, where a dynamic economy will be critical. But others accuse the UK of selling out and caving to pressure from China. What is the more objective way to look at it, and what does it mean for UK relations with both China and the US? Joining me for the discussion are Mike Baston, Senior Lecturer from the University of Southampton, and via Skype, Zhang Fan, Associate Professor at Beijing Normal University. Gentlemen, welcome to The Point. So I just want to read out a little bit from the official statement of the UK.
You've heard of drug-sniffing dogs. You've heard of dolphins trained to carry intel equipment in the water. Carrier pigeons, right? Well, get
activity while moving around.
There you go.
In the
There we go.
process,
Now it's
they
better.
were
All right.
decoding the various smells in their
Hey,
environment.
stop right there. Stop. Okay. Sorry about that. I had to walk away for a minute. But I said I was watching. I don't, slavery. I had to go hide in the bush real quick. I took my bag of cotton, just pretending I was picking. I had to pretend I was picking real quick. Turn that off. Turn this on. Whew. Boy, I tell you what, slavery is not easy. Good Lord. Sound's not back yet. Whew, slavery is rough. All right, we good, and that sound should be on. This is what 5G is about. This is what I think. This is I think all you need to focus on is the damn cricket with the circuit board. Why? Because one, they want to put a circuit board on you. That's the other thing they wanted to do. And two, remember, well, first of all, start with RFDI chip because they were trying to make you a sideboard. And then it went to the chunk where they put the whole circuit board in your brain thing. And now look at this. Look right here. Remember I told you, y'all think I make this stuff up. Y'all think I make it up. And I try to tell you they're not making the RoboCop. They're not making RoboCop. This is what I'm saying. This is what the whole Thunderdome thing is about, right? Because 2 nations enter, 1 nation leave. Actually, it's 220 nations enter and 1 going to leave. And whoever that is the one that the Rothschilds, Rockefellers, those people prefer, the ones that enslaved their people and willing to murder the whole world of people. Right? This is right here. That's why I said this is your police in the future. You see? That's your police. You need 5G to get the swarming of the crickets and the locusts. Like you think we going back to biblical days, baby. It's just not the way they think we going back. We going back. You have swarms of locusts and frogs and probably cats too. This is how they're gonna watch. You're gonna know where you're going, where you're doing, what you're doing with, where you're doing, why you're doing. They probably already have this, people. But that's what 5G is about. You thought it was the internet of everything. It's the internet of you gonna do exactly the things they tell you to do. That's what's gonna be. That's what it's gonna be. And the thing about people, that's why I don't get worried about it. I'm sorry if you think this is doomy and gloomy. It's not. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun later. Not initially. Actually, I don't know what. Wait a minute. Let me think about that for a minute. The thing about human beings, we don't like to be ruled. We don't like to be told what to do. From the very beginning, we're pretty free-ish. We don't like to be told what to do. And most people, even the gaslit ones out there cheering for the next slave master, the next hero, they eventually gonna have a limit. They're gonna get pushed over. This is how I know the future gonna look like this right here. This is how I know the future gonna look like this. Because when people get tired of it, they're gonna revolt. And when they revolt, bad things gonna happen. Somebody's gonna see this dude right, this was a bad dude. He took somebody's head, the face mask, put it on his head, and he got on the front of that truck. See, the people that you think is gaslit and they're voting, they got the Democrats, Republicans, the only thing trying to keep the new masters, they're gonna do this later. Okay, they're gonna get the mask, they're gonna put it on their head, they're gonna get on the front of that truck, and they're gonna do that thing with the spear and everything. They're gonna do that. Waterworld, this is gonna happen too. Because people don't like to be ruled. People don't like to be ruled. And I kind of think it's gonna be fun. A little bit. Maybe that's a little psychotic side of me, but how fun would that be to have a whole bunch of crickets with like laser beams? It look like G.I. Joe. I'm sorry, I gotta see a tabby cat with a laser and a circuit board being controlled through the Pentagon, through the Republic of Gudabatu, right? They just turn all the cats against the Americans. I'm sorry, I think I want to see that. A little weird side of me, but I think it would be interesting. Like G.I. Joe lasers, all of a sudden you see all these cats come running out the Pentagon with some crickets and frogs, like Animal Farm, and rats and the mice. I'm not sure if I'd run or laugh. I'm gonna be honest with you, I love y'all to death, but I might have to laugh. Look, there was Miss Johnson right up the street. Oh, is that her cat chasing? The cat's not even using his claws, it's got a laser beam. Oh, you could be the postman. Hell no, Megs, I ain't gonna be the postman. Have y'all seen Postman? Megs, your age is showing, girl. You sometimes you shouldn't say some things because you and I, we about that same age. Y'all gotta watch the Postman. That's a possible future too. Lions running around. I love how that movie started. Because we're gonna have an apocalyptic future. The Egyptians told us that. The Mayans, the Aztecs, everybody who tried to tell us, y'all, we got free energy, you can free everybody, we can flying ships was around here, them damn Atlanteans flying. The technology didn't save them, it killed them. And our technology gonna kill us too. It's gonna kill us, it's gonna kill us. They tried to tell us, we wasn't listening. That's why I like ancient archaeology. But I ain't delivering no mail, Meg. That's just not gonna happen, because between you and the cat in line and stare at the damn line, that was you, right? Y'all remember that episode we were talking about the lions and somebody's like, I'ma stare at the lion. I'ma stare it down. You gotta stare down the lion. I still laugh at that. Yeah, okay. You're gonna find out what a real lion like in the Postman when it comes for the apocalypse and all these zoo animals get out and you got out on the Serengeti and Chicago, you got tigers and lions, because they all got zoos. They all got zoos and they like to get freaky. And they just start to breed monkeys jumping on buildings, swinging, acting a fool. I don't know. I kind of want to be around then. I kind of do. That might be kind of fun. I think I watched that, but I ain't delivering no mail. I ain't leaving the house. You got monkeys jumping around with laser rifles and crickets sniffing me to report where I'm at, my location, if I'm doing what I'm supposed to. No, I'm high. Watch the movie Cats and Dogs. Why do I watch Cats and Dogs, Daniel? Why should I do that? I got Democrats and Republicans. No, you know what? Hang on. I thought I saw a little bit of Cats and Dogs. Didn't I see a little bit of Cats and Dogs? I might have. I think Hollywood like hides a lot of stuff for you. We don't need Cats and Dogs. We got Russians and Americans. We got the Chinese and the Philippines. We don't need Cats and Dogs. We see it every single day, Daniel. What's Cats and Dogs about? Cats and Dogs. What do? They fight? Do they vote and vote for new leaders and masters? Cats and Dogs? I see Cats and Dogs right now. It doesn't ever go too well for the dogs because the cats are psychopathic killers. So is this the one where no, it's the movie. This is Cat. Look at that. Oh, and that's so cute. And it's so cute. You see the little cat like, they play well together. Oh, they just so nice. They're so cute. My pets, they got so much love. You know what's gonna happen in the apocalypse when you ain't got no food to feed that dog and that cat? America, that's what's gonna happen. Earth. Barter Earth. That's when the resources get low, somebody gonna get ate. You know, I don't know. My money's kind of on the cats. They got a lot more tools for survival and ripping up furry things and making piles of blood and goo so they can have resources. Your cats, there ain't gonna be no cats and dogs in their pocket. They gonna get eaten. They gonna have lasers mounted on them, where they gonna kill each other. This is the future. I know. If you don't like the sound of that, then maybe you should. Yeah, this is the one where they talk back and forth. Okay, yeah, I know. I didn't see it. I saw a part of it. I believe this, Daniel. I think animals talk to each other all the time. I just think they don't talk to us because we silly, stupid, and crazy. I think that they've seen us come and go. They probably saw the reptiles come and go, and they don't have nothing to say to us. I think that's why you go home, your cat's like meow. You go home and your dog, they do that. They just make noises, make fun of us. They hear us grunting all day, all night. They just don't want to say anything. They're afraid that we might say something back to them. I think the whales talk. I think the ostriches talk. I think the chickens talk. Did y'all see the chicken? Did y'all see the oh my goodness gracious. Do you know that there's people raping chickens out here? Literally. I'm not posting it because you're going to get in all kind of trouble on Facebook. They let it on Instagram, but not on Facebook. They got a guy in the corner, he didn't have a chicken. He just going to town on the chicken. And I'm going to tell you what bothered me. I don't know what bothered me the most. The fact that I live in a time where a grown man would rape a chicken, or if the chicken just seemed like it wasn't nothing happening, the chicken was like, it was like, you know, he's like, no, what's happening? I don't know what was more just a grown man. And if you can, cause you know what, maybe I shouldn't go down this road. You can look it up on the internet, it's there. This is why we don't get to make it, because we got people raping chickens. I don't know. And you eating a chicken too. Think about it like that. Think about it that from perspective. People say, I should report the post. I'm not going to report the post because I don't believe in hiding the truth of who we share the planet with. I think that all abuse should be front and center and everybody should make it go viral and post it around, because you got people going to KFC eating chickens and it's got bacteria in it that turns into maggots. Did y'all remember the chicken from yesterday? Now it makes you wonder what the little white thing squirming in the chicken. Well, I told you, don't eat no dinosaur. I tell y'all don't eat the dinosaur because you don't know where they're coming from. And the theory was that's where the cuckoo virus came from, was a guy and a chicken and sperm. And then somebody ate it at the local KFC. Yeah, we need to know who we share this planet with. I don't believe in censoring that. I think we need to know, because how can we make good decisions? Like, I don't believe in covering stuff up. That's stupid. We need to know the people that got real because you know what? I'm gonna be on the chicken raper side for a minute. I'm gonna be on the chicken man side just for a minute. Cause think about it this way: what if he's mentally ill? Cause everybody mad at the chicken man. They all mad at him. He in the corner. He got that chicken. He just going to town. And what if he's mentally ill? What if he has some sort of problem? What if you're just being privileged? You were born, and maybe he was born, and and there was no women. All right, I don't know. Maybe I can't be on chicken man side. I'm just saying, don't choose a side. That's all I'm saying. Let me see. Gerard was also attacked. I was attacked. I thought Gerard was attacked. No, I ain't been attacked. Christine, what is that about? No, I take that back. But what a damn pervert. Well, see, this is what I'm saying right here. See, you're already attacking him, Dan. You don't know that man. You don't know that. That man could be on some mushrooms. He could be mentally ill, all kind of problems. And so it could be a thing of flocking in to save the chickens and help the man because he has some, if you were sleeping with cows, donkeys, horses, dogs, cats, because you know people are doing that with their pets at home anyway. If you're doing these things, you something, and you get some neurons ain't firing. But that's who we share the planet with. So I don't believe in hiding that. I think all of that should be viral. The only way you help people and help animals is everybody know what the hell is going on. It's like the whole factory farming thing. Do you think that stopped? They didn't stop. It didn't stop. The only thing that stopped is them putting it on television and then putting it on the internet because you can't even post those pictures no more. So it's an industry. It's a profitable industry. They make money doing it. And if we just don't want to see it because we don't want to see it, then guess what? It's going to just step up in activity. When people see things, that's when they act. When you see these little kids in Yemen being bombed and blown up, that's when they act. When you talk to people about the Act of 1871, you don't actually have a government. You have elites who run Thunderdome, run Barter Earth, Barter Town. Then you can act on that information. Or you can keep playing the game. That's really up to you. But I like to see stuff. I need to know the truth, but I only need to see it once. I didn't even want to see it once. I didn't want to see it. I didn't want to see it. But it's real stuff. Gerard, go back to ancient archaeology. We never leave, Ivana. We spend on like all these topics, but we don't have to go to ancient archaeology, girl. We about to be archaeology. We don't have to go nowhere. We don't have to go nowhere. Because as soon as this is done, hang on, let me get rid of this real quick. As soon as we're done playing Monopoly Earth and fight over resources and it's enough to go around, but people with all the resources hide from everybody, we gonna be archaeology. We don't have to go. All we gotta do is stay our course. We stay our course, we're gonna arrive at archaeology. We just won't be doing the digging, we're gonna be the ones getting dug up. They're gonna be digging up our cities and reading our old posts from Facebook and pulling out our devices and looking at, what the hell is this? Oh, I bet you it's a time machine. They used to have time machine back. They didn't have no time machine. So we will be coming. I didn't witness. Yeah, well, that's good, Laura. You probably shouldn't have witnessed. It was aggressive. It was aggressive, but doesn't surprise me. Doesn't surprise me. I think these people always up to something. Doesn't surprise me at all. Let me see. I wanted to talk about Mad Max for the most part. What we got? Wait a minute. What? It stimulated around a group of strippers at a club. It was funny, but really seriously too, so strange. One of the strippers OD'd and ended up in a coma. Another was sexually abused by her dad. What? As a child, and then it was abused by her psychiatrist. I watched the weirdest stuff. But Meg, you're supposed to watch it. You're supposed to watch it, and you're supposed to post it and say it like that. So I'm just like, Megs, I don't even want to hear that. Megs, because honestly, I want to hear that. That make me sad sometimes. But I gotta hear it. I gotta hear it, because we need to know how jacked up we are. When we can talk about the real problems, then we can talk about what we can do to solve them. And it's just like, this still happens on a regular basis. It's like the cuckoo virus. First of all, I do call it the cuckoo virus because you're cuckoo if you get the virus. That's number one. It's cuckoo that we're even talking about it, and we got abuse rampant on the planet that's profitable, but we're worried about the cuckoo virus. And two, we deserve it. As bad as that sounds, we deserve it. We deserve it because we never do no root cause analysis. And I tell people the cuckoo virus is depopulation. No matter how you look at it, it's definitely depopulation. It's either nature or it's man. And it doesn't really matter which to me. Either way, we deserve it, right? We don't put any resources in trying to help each other. We don't talk about health. Universal health care was never about health. So we deserve it. We don't put any resources towards be making healthy, strong people. We don't put any resources into defending ourselves from nature. So whether it's man-made or not, we still got governments that we vote for and cheer for and clap for and making bioweapons. That's our future supposed to be Mad Max because we don't know who run Bartertown. That's why. So this is who we are. This is where we are. This is why I don't tell people what to do. This is just where we are in our evolution. Right? Why I took my comment back. Who truly knows? It's so weird as hell. It is, Daniel. It's weird, it's creepy, it's nasty. I did not want to see it. But I saw it and I shared it on Facebook. Because other people need to see it too. Other people need to see it too. We got a whole planet we need to help. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I forgot YouTube. They gonna fuss at me today. Hang on. Wait. Let me go to YouTube. Where YouTube at? Anybody? Y'all over there? They over there being quiet, nobody come back and forth. You know you ain't reading our comments over here. Hang on, wait, let me go to YouTube. Wait, let me see. I don't see nobody. Oh, there they go, there you go. Oh, here we go. Hopefully this is better. Oh, so Meg's over there too and over here too. Okay, Brother Kevin's in the house. Let me see if I can bring up, well, they're not saying a whole much, but I'm going back and forth. There you go. I can read your comments. There you go. Zero Wolf. Mad Max was the first to call out the Hollywood Jews. Ooh, was he? Zero in the movie or the actor? Who is that? That's Mel Gibson, right? I don't know. That's a good question. But I prefer to talk about Zionists, right? There's a difference between a Jew and a Zionist, right? Being Jewish is a religion. Being Zionist is colonized. Right? It's kind of like the difference between the Christians and the Westboro Baptist Church people. People don't read the Bible. The Christians don't read it either, but that's another whole story. You got peaceful Christians, you got peaceful Jews, you got peaceful everybody. But you always got these psychopaths that take these religions and they use them for the forces of darkness, like King James when he modified all the scriptures. But that's another whole discussion. Hollywood is definitely not run by nice people. That's all I can tell you. Whoever it is, whatever they're affiliated, how many shoes they got, they seem to love war when it comes to the sake of the Rothschilds and Zionists and stealing people's property. The way I like to put it with Zero Wolf is thou shalt not kill Palestine. Thou shalt not steal Palestine. That's all people have to know. And if they read any of that Bible, they know what they're supposed to be doing and not supposed to be doing. All right, here we go. Hear the call of the Cubs, Kevin says. Yep, no, can't hear no Cubs, Kevin. We don't hear no Cubs. The wolf Cubs like, no, we don't hear nothing. We got people to rob, steal, we got oil, we got an election, we got to win. We're not worried about who runs Bartertown if he's starving the Cubs. We want to make sure we get our bellies full. All right. But that looks interesting. I kind of like the idea of insects with laser beams. 5G. I don't know. It's a possible future. I think it's a plausible future. And your dishwasher will tell on you, your microwave will tell on you, so you don't get the right amount of health care because you buy microwave meals. Your refrigerator will tell what you're buying, what you're not buying, what you're eating, how much of it. That world is going to be a special world. This is the world we want. We may not even get to that point. 5G just might give everybody cancer, and that's the end of it. Turning off the water to corporations. Hang on, what is this? I'm looking at the news.
Now this week, Washington state legislators took the first step to ban bottled water companies from tapping into local water for commercial gain. It's a move other states across the country are considering to stop corporations from draining natural resources and leaving locals high and dry. Legal journalist Molly Burrows, contributor with America's a Lawyer, joins us now with more. Listen, Molly, anybody that knows me knows there's not a time you see me without a bottle of water in my hands. It's very, very important. All I drink. And so bottled water is extremely important to me. So this could actually impact us here at home. Tell us more about the legislation that is going on in Washington state. Why is it occurring? And what's the premise for it?
This is such a big issue, Scotty. As I looked into this, in fact, not just in this story, but a few months ago, a similar issue came up in and this spans not just our country, but across the globe. So if this bill were to become law in Washington, they would be the first state in the country to actually ban bottling companies from tapping into local springs. And this is a big deal for a number of reasons. The bill passed the state Senate last night. It's now going to head to the House of Representatives for consideration. So that's where it is in the process. But activists say this is huge because they want to stop corporations from depleting a community's natural water supply for commercial gain. Basically, they come in, they buy up the water rights, they bottle it, they ship it out, they pocket the profits. And in many cases, these communities are saying that they're left high and dry, that what was normally a high aquifer or certain community levels that they expected for rivers and streams are now depleting, and then they're left dealing with the environmental damage while these companies make a big profit. So a few other states have passed similar laws restricting the business, but this particular one is the first to ban it outright as far as using spring water is concerned. This just deals with tapping into natural spring water. Any company can come and set up shop and tap into tap water, if you will, and sell that for...
No. Okay, I had to think about it. No, to be honest with you, I already knew my answer was a no. You know why? Let me show you why. When I look at things, I kind of look at the source and look right above my head. You see, right above the little crooked part of my head right there, because my head is lopsided. I don't know. I think my mama dropped me. But right above my head it says Washington State Legislator. No, the answer is already no. You know why? These are the people who got together who can't seem to figure out women are people. These are the bastards. This is them. Don't tell me it ain't them. I know it's them. These are the ones who tell women that they have to wear tape when they come out in public, that the men can show their nipple and they can't. And they spent millions of dollars having meetings and bringing legislators in and bagels and donuts and all debating if women can actually breastfeed in public. Hell no. All right. Washington State wants to do this, then if their government wants to do it, I don't think they should do it. Couple reasons. One, the problem isn't, you know, so this is that Agenda 20 stuff that they're talking about. Agenda 20, 21, 30, 32, 40, I don't know what it is, but this is what they're talking about. We need to save the environment. And it's nonsense to me. First of all, the problem isn't that corporations are bottling water. The problem is the water's poison. That's number one. The tap water is poison. And they're working on poison in the streams. I'm not really concerned, but we need to stop them from taking the water. I'm not worried about that. My thought is that if you push companies into bottling tap water and people drinking from their tap, Washington State going to be the most toxic, immunosuppressive, sick people on the planet. You got happy water, sad water. Happy water is what's outside. The sad water is what's in the pipes. By default, I think the answer is no, because it's not getting to the root of a problem. That's not getting to the root of the problem. To me, the root of the problem is you have a corporation. That's the problem. You have an entity that operates in your state that is for profit. To me, for profit's a crime. Just the very word is a crime. Like the guy was saying earlier, the happy capitalist. I don't believe in capital, so I don't believe in capitalists. It's stupid. Like, it made sense maybe in the past when we were struggling and we were scarce. Now we have the automation to do everything and take care of everybody, feed everybody, free the human race, let people go home, raise the kids, become decent people, get their own water, or have a robot bring you fresh water. You don't need to poison the wells and poison the farms because you're trying to figure out how to get one farmer to grow 1 billion crops. Instead, you got a learning software that's doing that in a food forest way that's healthier. We don't need to be in this struggle. Corporations have no reason to exist anymore. But, you know, that's one side. I mean, the other side is that it's a legislator, which means somebody got money somewhere. That's all this is about. Somebody got money slid to them because they're going to get more campaign contributions for big corporations taking water out the tap. That's all I think it is. There's always some scheme and scam to all their legislation. I don't believe in it, but besides the fact that's Washington State. They're still struggling with the idea of whether or not a woman is equal to a man. If you don't know if a woman is equal to a man, I don't really have much that I'm interested in what you're up to. Foul, they need to go away. I don't like the Washington State government at all. I think they need to free Bigfoot and they should just disappear. Erdogan's playing with fire, provoking Putin and Trump. That's interesting. I saw that earlier. I didn't click on it because, you know, Thunderdome. I didn't really click on it. I'm not really interested in geopolitics anymore. I'm not interested because all these nations are working for the banks. All these nations are told what to do. Nations don't even exist anymore. You got big corporations who own interest in land that people live. They convince people that nations still exist, so to get out there and vote and consent to basically all the ecosystems being robbed and our extinction coming. And then rolling out AI and putting circuit boards on crickets, like after 5G. I'm not interested. I really don't care about Erdogan, don't care nothing about Trump, don't care nothing about Putin. They don't actually control anything. They're told what to do and they're just vying for position in Thunderdome. That's all. Not a thing. Wall Street and Apple infected by the Kanoko virus. Great, that's wonderful. Wall Street got it and Apple got it. Now I'm cheering. Now I'm on the virus side. Because viruses are always just about depopulation, and we need to depopulate Wall Street. And not the people, but the Wall Street, the actual street. I want the cuckoo virus to infect Wall Street, the actual street, so nobody goes on Wall Street. It's a black market anyway, and stole everything from all over the planet. Ooh, that reminds me. Because you get the homeless crisis, which you don't really have to worry about that too much, because once again, people don't like not having homes, and eventually, I think in America, you got 8 homes for every homeless person. That's going to solve itself, and it's already solving itself. They breaking in these houses, good. I'm on your side. Woo, go get them. Yes, get yourself a house. That house all over America. Get yourself a warehouse or something. I'm all for it. They said, oh, these people are, what do they call them? I posted about it this morning. What do they call them? When somebody takes over something that's not theirs, somebody steals something that isn't theirs, they call them freeloaders. Oh, the freeloaders are moving in the house. They're trying to freeload. And I asked the question, well, how can you have a freeloader citizen in a country that's stolen everything from everybody all over the planet? Every meek person they could find. God said that the meek supposed to inherit the earth, and the American went and found every meek person they could find without a military, blew something up, put in a puppet government and stole their resources, and then brought it to America and made houses with it through a black market called Wall Street. Who is the freeloader? Yeah, I know. I was raised to believe there's democracy and freedom and a capitalist system that gave us all these things. We're hard workers and nope, we're freeloaders. That's it. We kill people who don't have militaries and we steal their resources. And when our starving people want to go live in the houses that get built from it, we call them freeloaders. There is not a freeloader. Ooh, squatters' rights. Ooh, isn't that a word, Meg? The squatters' rights happen after a while, don't they? Yeah, they do. They do, Megs. And their countries have still got squatters' rights. Belize is one of them. They got squatters' rights. You can go just take a plot of land. If nobody comes around, it's your land. And I like that. Squatters' rights is gonna happen. That's the thing. We need to get back to squatters' rights. Why? Because you shouldn't have 8 mansions. That's why. You shouldn't have them. If you can't live in all 8 at the same time, and I think a homeless man, a single mother with 2 kids who's homeless living under New York City, I think she should move in. I'm on her side, absolutely. Besides, who is the squatter? Big squatter, little squatter. America's a squatter. The whole bank operation that came over here and stole the land from other people, we're squatters. I think everybody's a squatter. I just don't believe in the whole authority model of making it a model of stealing from other people to bring it to this land and selling it to them, and calling them thieves and criminals when they take what you took. That reminds me of the people at the gas station that stole that gas and they put them in prison. I'm like, the people that steal the gas because the gas company stole the gas. People don't steal gas. People buy gas. People die when they don't have gas to put in their car. Corporations, they're fine without the gas, but they're the robbers. They're the ones stealing from everybody. Nothing surprised Lori. Lori, nothing surprised me anyway. We got people raping chickens. Come on now. We got people raping chickens. If we got people that are this sick, that got this many problems, nothing surprises me. This is what you do to people when you starve them, and you starve them into mental illness. That's the world we are, but we don't like to see it. So block it from Facebook, ban it from Instagram. We don't want to see it. We want to pretend that this is Fantasia and we don't have some crickets coming with laser beams on the top of them. All right. Ooh, CIA.
Hey guys, real quick, before you watch this video, I want you to know something, that for quick access, you can find all my stuff in one place. It's called Portable TV, PORTABLE.
I don't know, what is this? Y'all know about this portable TV?
/download. All my exclusive stuff.
Anybody uses portable.tv/download. Tell me about it. I'm curious about this. Can I get my RT, my Russian news faster?
We'll live there.
I actually would do that.
Okay, enough talking.
Maybe.
Here's your video.
I like Rick.
Tonight, how the CIA scammed the world pretending to be a Swiss company that sold encryption services. What a story. I mean, here's how it happened. Crypto AG is a Swiss company that built out an encryption platform so countries all over the world could code their messages so nobody could read them or hear them or understand them, right? So 120 different countries bought this service. India, Iran, countries in Europe, countries all over Latin America. And they all thought they were working with an independent company that was based in a neutral country, right? Everybody trusts the Swiss. Wrong. What none of these crypto AG customers knew, these countries knew, was that the company was secretly owned by the CIA. Was actually reading or listening in on everything that they were talking about for more than half a century. What a story. Joining us now, perfect guest for this segment. Couldn't find anybody better. Bill Binney. He's a former intelligence official with the U.S. National Security Agency who became a whistleblower. He's a critic of both of his bosses, George W. Bush and Barack Obama, for their data collection policies. By the way, before we start this conversation, thank you for being here. Guess which two countries never bought in on this AG crypto company because they didn't trust the West?
Well, they were the ones who were smart.
Russia and China.
That's right. That's right.
The other ones who were doing the same thing.
Right.
Well, you don't. I mean, no country in the world should ever buy its encryption system from some other country.
Another country.
Somewhere where it's made out of their control.
All right, listen, this was supposed to happen. This is like when you climb in the cage with the tiger and you don't know what's supposed to happen. You climb in the cage with the tiger, you're supposed to get bit. If you go in the thunder, remember, 2 nation enter, 1 nation leave. You go get your military tactic from the other nation, you get your software, you get your S-400s, you get your Patriot system from that other country. Guess what's gonna happen the minute that other country gets an attitude with you? They're gonna blow you up. They're gonna turn it off. And this is what boggles my mind, that you got all these people all over the world with these S-400s and Patriot missiles say, we're on America's side, we're on Russia's side. It's like, okay. 220 nation enter, 1 nation leave. And it ain't gonna be you if you got your encryption, your computer, your software, your food, your water, your oxygen, your electronics, your oil, or your military tools from another nation.
Once they don't have control of it, that means they're exposed to everybody.
But Mr. Binney, it was the Swiss. Everybody should trust the Swiss.
Yeah, they're like Nazi gold too.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Maybe that should have been the first sign.
Right. And you know why? Because who run Bartertown? Who run Barter Earth? Who owns the resources? Not the nations. The nations are all in conflict with each other to bend the knee and bow to whoever these mighty people who own all the resources are.
What does this tell us about the CIA? You know what it makes me think about?
That they sneaky as hell. They sneaky as hell. But it's not like people didn't know.
We had a gentleman from Huawei here today, and the United States is constantly telling China, we can't trust Huawei because they mix business and government affairs, and they're going to spy on you. It's exactly what we just did here.
That's what they're supposed to do. They're a corporation. That's a government. The government's only there for power. They're not there for freedom and democracy and liberty. They're there for power. If giving you a police state gives them more power, that's what they're gonna do. If making all corporations pump water from tap water instead of getting spring water, that gives them more power, that's what they're gonna do. Because it's gonna give you chlorine and fluoride and PCBs and LOBs and whatever it gives you the cancer so you can buy more drugs and get more sick and get more cancer. Why? Because they want more power. How do they get more power? Through the pharmaceutical industry that gives them campaign contributions. So that's what they're gonna do. That's how it works. So of course it's a natural marriage between corporations and government. That's why it's an oligarchy. That's why we call it that. That's why Plato called it that. He tried to explain it to you. You weren't listening in English class. Corporations just want money. Government just wants power. They are not living things. They don't love you. They don't like you. They don't hate you. You're just a thing. You're a commodity in a place. They need more power and they need more money. And the two are going to get together. And it makes perfectly good sense if you know how to read.
And much more than that, though, worldwide, because we've got implants all over the world in the network. So
really,
yeah, it's we do the same thing, right? This is nothing new. I mean, this is what every intelligence agency has always been trying to do this kind of thing.
Which is a great point. This is why you can't blame them. You can't be mad at the CIA. You can't be mad at the NSA. You cannot be mad at the ATF, the DEA, the police state. You can't be mad at the Pentagon, the soldiers. You can't be mad. They are all doing a job just like you. Just like you. People say, oh, we got to stop the order followers. No, because you're a follower too. You're just following a different set of orders. You're following orders for Coke and Pepsi or Reese or whatever company you work for. You're the banks and you're just a part of the system like they are. They're just a different part of the system and you make yourself feel better because you're like, well, I'm this part of the system, not that part of the system. You're part of the system. But they're doing what they're supposed to do. As long as we consent to having a CIA, then the CIA is supposed to just CIA as hard as they can. As long as we consent to having a police state, then the two political parties are supposed to police state as hard as they can. You can yell and scream till you're blue in the face. Black lives matter. White lives matter. Blue lives matter. You literally have a entity called corporation and government that need power and money. None of you matter. None of you. Not a damn one of you. Because we all consent to it and we're all a part of it. So the CIA didn't do anything wrong. The CIA is CIAing. They're putting biscuits and bacon on the table the same way we are. We either all consent to it or we all walk away from it. But there is no, oh, I'm a less of a consenter than you. There's no such thing. There's no such thing. That's what people ask me. They say, well, you think it's not voting gonna help? No, I don't think they care. I think they really don't care. I got a bank account. I live, I breathe oxygen, I use the infrastructure, which means I'm a part of the system. You know, the problem is the system. It has nothing to do with the CIA. We just stupid.
Through the decades.
Kudos, right? You give them props.
Absolutely. You bribe people, you do anything you can to get them to use something that you can leverage. And can I give you an example?
Sure, of course.
Like children. Like children. This is funny to me how people are fighting pedophilia with the American government. Are you stupid or crazy? Which one are you? I love you. First of all, the CIA whistleblower told you they grabbed children. Why? To give them to the elite. Why? Because the elite give them something. It's a trade. You're a commodity. They've been doing this since the beginning of time. Anytime the king was walking through the town and saw some kids that he wanted, saw a woman he wanted, or a guy he wanted, it didn't really matter. He sent his soldiers, go and get me that kid right there, bring him to the palace later. And they would do it. That has never stopped. The same brain that's in them is in us. The same power the kings and lords had back then, the same power they have now. The only difference now is they actually write it down. It's not a feather pen, but it's still a legislated thing. Power. The problem is power and money. As long as you got power and money, the world is exactly the way it's supposed to be. You can complain till you blue in the face. You can whine and cry about the side effects all you want. You can whine about the Democrats or Republicans or America or Britain or whatever. They're going to do it. They don't really care. It's a system. The system doesn't do emotions, right? Systems do system. They're systematic. Okay, after they're modeled, they do what they're modeled for. They do what they're designed to do. And what we're witnessing right now is just America finally doing very, very well at what it's designed to do. In fact, I think it's going to do better. You think the police state is bad now? You think black lives don't matter? You think brown lives and white lives and blue lives don't matter now? You wait to the future when they got laser beam crickets. They got beetles and roaches with sensors run around your house, and your microwave is telling on you between your air conditioner and your microwave, and your light switches is just arguing who can tell on you the fastest with 5G and lightning fast internet. Oh my God.
What they're trying to do really was get us the bad guys. And China and Russia were not safe from this either because they talk to other countries. And when they talk to other countries, we read
it gets
the other
picked
countries'
up.
reaction to what they're saying.
Oh my God, I can't even watch this. I can't watch it because this is, well, to me, this is like a no-brainer. This might be news and information to other people. It's not. I work in the IT department. I used to a long time ago. We saved everything. We saved your emails, the sites you went to, who you talked to, everything that you did on the internet, all those transactions, and every switch it went over. If it was a different company or a different country, they save the data too. They don't delete nothing. They keep it all. So if corporations do it, of course government does it. Right? The only people who win in this system are those who own the resources. All of the nations lose. All the people in the nations lose. Our future is barter town, and we don't run barter town. None of the nations run barter. You run barter town if you own what's bartered, if you own the resources. And the CIA, MI6, and all the rest of them, all they're doing is providing a function. to try to help that particular nation elevate itself as high as possible so it can be the psychopaths that work for the people who own the resources, master blaster. And once they do that and kill off other nations, they roll out the police state and they kill you. And they just slowly replace you with robots that do your job more efficiently. This is the world we have. Protocol and authority. That's it, Jack. That's it. Boom, right there. Jack. That's why I love Brother Jack. Jack can just say something. I can be on here for 3 hours trying to get a point out. Just protocol and authority. That's it. And they have a protocol and they are your authority. And the protocol is make as much money as possible on the corporate side, and the government side is get all the power that you can. And it just works really well. It's a fine-tuned engine because we give more authority election after election after election. What's the next president going to do? I can already tell you. I don't need the talking points. I don't need to read them. I don't need to listen to a debate. I know what the next president is going to do. First of all, it's going to be Donald Trump again. So you can fight, cry, whine, complain, say he's the Antichrist of Jesus, whatever you want to do. The corporations don't really care about your emotions or your ego. All they care about is making money. Government just wants to make power. It's just protocol and authority, exactly what Brother Jack said. I'll tell you what they're going to do. You're going to get more police state. You're going to get crickets with laser beams and sensors. You're going to get 5G. If 6G ain't ready to go, you're going to get more cancer. You're going to get more leukemia. You're going to get some more Alzheimer's. You're going to get more poisoned water. You're going to get more killing off of the ecosystem. You're going to get more geoengineering. You're going to get more destruction of that. You're going to have weird weather like this. You're going to get more of it. You can cry and complain all you want. Once again, these systems, is the right word apathetic? Yeah, it's just apathetic. They're just systems. They're cold, hard machines. And they're based in spacely sprockets and cogs called human beings. Human beings need food, so they're going to do the job. Whatever the job is, they only might have 1% evil in their job, 99% good. It doesn't matter at all. It just feeds the system. As long as people need to eat, they need water, food, oxygen, and you have a system that's set up on protocols and authorities, a bureaucratic monster that works for corporations. That's the future. More war, more bombs. If it makes money, it's going to keep doing it. And it can't stop itself. It can't stop itself. Nobody yelling, screaming, Bernie today, but yet it can't stop itself. Hope I wasn't too hard on that yesterday. It's just, we got to grow up. We got to grow up. We either got to grow up or teach our kids how to make shanks out of BMWs. I kind of don't want to teach my kids that. So I kind of want to watch the rest of this, but I kind of don't. The bottom line is nobody has authority over you. You are a god, goddess, and that's what all those scriptures are trying to tell you. You are your authority. And disagree with anyone that claims it's got authority over you or your neighbors, and we're good to go. It's like I was talking about lies this morning. Like all of this is based in lies. And like, what is a popular lie? Well, all a popular lie is you making up something that caters to the fears of an identity group. That's all it is. That's it. All you got to do to have a popular lie, because nobody cares about the facts anymore. They care about their fear because they're scared and they're attached to an identity because they're scared. And all you got to do is make up a lie that just makes them feel good. And they'll go along with it. They don't care about the facts. They won't read. They won't press the link. They won't do no homework. They won't do no research. They won't do any of that. As long as your lie is stealing stuff for them, is making them feel better about the future, is thinking they're going to have more spice, more oil than the next, then they're going to go for it. And that's the sick time that we live in. Loving that Jetson. Yes, Jonathan, because that's all we are. That's why I like the Jetsons. I like the Jetsons. The whole spacely sprocket, Coswell, cog. That's all we are. You got to choose. What are you? Sprocket or cog? That's it. You are a piece of the machine. That's why they said rage against the machine, not the other cogs. The cogs get together and fight the sprockets. Guess what's going to happen? Nothing. You need to fight the system. You break the other cog or the sprocket, you kill a bunch of them, they just replace it. Everybody wants to come to America. You can kill off all the folks you want on that different identity. It's not going to matter. Somebody else is going to immigrate in, take over them jobs, and become a sprocket or cog for the system. Fight it at the root. That's all you can do is fight it at the root. All right, read your water bottles before you buy them. I've read one that says certain cities, townships, municipal water. You buy tap water. Yes, they are, Susan, but they know that. Susan, don't they know that by now? They know that. People like to lie, like, this is spring water. You know, ain't no spring water. And besides the fact, you can't trust the label either. I mean, it's a good idea to read. I absolutely agree with you. I kind of read the label. Sometimes I don't trust the label. I don't trust corporation job is to make money, and government jobs to have power. And the corporation wants to lie to me about where the water comes from. The government, all they need to do is get a campaign contribution, and they'll agree with the label. That is fresh tap spring water. And we'll buy it. It's the safest thing you can do because the tap water is just ruined. Tap water, I'm a bottled water drinker. I am a bottled water drinker. I'm a bottled water drinker. I'd rather deal with the PCBs and the microplastics than what's in that damn tap. They're putting chemicals flat in that tap. The chlorine, the chloramine, because they're switching chloride over, not chloride, switching chlorine to chloramine, binding it with ammonia so it's a liquid, not a gas. And so that little aerator on your sink is not even gonna take out the poison. You're gonna drink all that poison, it's gonna stay biological and juicy in liquid form in your body. Ain't gas, it's not gonna be a gas anymore. But I'm a bottled water drinker. But I like to drink spring water, but I don't believe the label. I still drink my smoothie, Susan, because I don't trust them. I don't trust them. I'm not Switzerland. Is it Switzerland? I'm not Switzerland. I don't trust the CIA in the package of another corporation. Because they're supposed to lie. How do you get money and power? You lie. You get more money and power if you lie. It's like a psychopath. They have more powers over us because they have more tools. They're willing to lie, cheat, and steal like the neuroscientists tell you. So now I don't trust none of the labels. None of them. I buy organic because might be true 32% of the time. I don't lie to myself. It's about power and money. Hey, Victoria Rope, how you doing this morning? What needs to be done in many places is to replace the pipes, but of course there's no money for that. Of course not, Meg, but if you want to go bomb, somebody and steal the resources, oh, it's plenty. It's plenty of money. But for pipes, for the water that people drink, oh, hell no, we ain't got nothing. You're a citizen. Come on now. You're just a cog. You die, we replace you with somebody else. You're just a sprocket. You die, we got somebody else that's going to take that job right away. So you go ahead and drink the water. We ain't changing the pipes. They could make, like we talked about the other day, they could make hemp pipes. They don't make no hemp pipes. That's natural. That's sustainable. No, we can't have that. We got oil coming in from foreign countries. You know, that fuels oil. Like, that's the craziest thing. If you make a weaponized cricket, I don't want your water to be clean. I don't want you changing the pipes because the pipes is plastic and they're coming from the oil, and I'm making money from the wars that are being started for the oil. So hell no, I don't want you to have free energy. I don't want you to have no hemp-based pipes. I need you to keep drinking it. So me, as a company that makes weaponized crickets and laser rifle that goes on top of them, I send my money to my politician to make sure that you don't get no hemp pipes. I'd be all for the war on drugs. That's just how the system works. The problem is the system. We literally created a system that is our extinction engine, and most people vote for it. That's why I think it's funny to me. That's why I laugh. I think looking like this in the future, I think that's going to be fun. I'm gonna find me a this is what I want right here. I'm gonna find me a tractor trailer. Look at that. I'm gonna get me some skulls, put them on the front. I'm gonna teach my kids how to take the skull and stitch it to the front when America collapses. And the Democrats and the Republican, the DNC and GOP leadership to talk about how much they love you and all the things they're gonna do and all the talking points. When they go underground in their bunkers, they're gonna go down there and stay and let us sort it out. I'm gonna figure out how to put some tractor tires on an 18-wheeler and put some horns and skulls on the front of it. Trick it out. Give me some people to hang up on the top. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna teach my kids how to make them little sharp little metal things on the front. See this right here? You see the bumper in the front right there? That's somebody's BMW right there. Look at that. You don't want it now, do you? That's somebody's Benz right there. Good morning, Delia. But that's the required future we have, people. We can love each other. We can help each other. We can look out for each other. We can say free energy, free the people. Everybody come together. Kumbaya. Eat the mushrooms. Or we can wait till we blow everybody up. You know, I don't want to date nobody like this. Right here, see her? See right here? See right here? I don't want that, y'all. I honestly, that's why I do this, because I don't want that. I mean, I bet you she's fine in a not apocalyptic situation. This woman ain't bathing. She ain't bathing. She ain't seen no soap. She probably ain't seen no water. She ain't even seen pipe water. Okay? Who wants to be around at that, at that point in time? Ooh, what is the name of that show where they changed the mouth in a mouth in the mouth no more? It's a rat hole. What's it called? Future Man? Y'all should watch Future Man. That's another good one. In the future, they eat so many rats, they don't call them mouths anymore. They don't mess with them. They just call them rat holes. That's where you put the rats. And they came back in time. They're like, oh, you're putting your rat holes together. That's nasty. This is the future we have right here. It's going to be dirt and grease and funk everywhere. And I'll get used to it. That's why you got chickens, I guess. Good morning. All right, who we got? Nicole is in the house. Nicole Stellar. If y'all don't follow her, y'all should follow her she's got some great videos on YouTube. What's her name on YouTube? Stellar something. Post your things. She got some great talks, explaining some things. She get real too. She'll tell you real life stuff. A lot more than what I tell y'all about my past, but she'll tell you. But this is where we gotta go. We have to go in a direction where we know that we are gods and goddesses. We have to go in a direction where we respect and love each other and we look out for each other. Not government, not system. Stop fighting the cogs and the sprockets in the system. It's time we build something new, or you need to learn how to clean skulls and and attach them to the front of a moving vehicle. Yo, what's going on? All right, Ivana, let me see. No squatters' rights. Can you imagine the big mess? Well, the squad is going to get their rights, Ivana, so it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter what people like. This is the future. People don't like being enslaved. They don't like being told what to do. And we can either take this world and make something beautiful out of it, or the people going to make it what they want to make it. They're going to make it what they want to make it. And people in our default condition, the same brain behind every revolution, the same brain behind all the worst things in history that have ever happened is the same brain we got in our head. When pushed in a corner, we're going to act like psychopathic tabby cats, and we're going to fight every dog in the lane. Bad idea to back people into a corner. So hell yeah, they're going to squat. Oh, it is a scam, Citizen Deb. What a scam. It is. You know what? I have to flash back and forth between my my YouTube. Hold on. 1 minute, please. 1 minute, please. I got to bring YouTube into the fray. They over there talking, and I don't leave them alone. That's me out yesterday. You didn't read our comments. I did read your comments. I was just a little late with it. Something's happening weird with the software, so it's going to take me a minute to get that together. All right, let's go. Boom. All right, there you go. Where's YouTube at? YouTube. There they go. Citizen Deb. Wow. Okay, what's that Kevin got? Gerard, this is a defeatist attitude. The point is not to force companies to bottle tap water, but to capitalize on natural spring water. Oh, that's right. You're out in Washington. You're in Bigfoot land. That's right. Government is not always the problem any more than people are. You know what, Kevin? But I don't think government is the problem. The problem is us, not the government at all. It's not. The problem is corporations. To me, it's not really a defeatist attitude. I just don't think these things should exist. I don't believe in the power control schemes of the world. Like, I think all of that needs to shift. Scam is a scam, Citizen Deb. Always is a scam. They block the sun with chemtrails. We have to pay to get the sunlight now. Absolutely, because it makes sense. Growhead 3.0 meds. Because we keep the authority in the power system. We keep the bureaucracy in place. And so this is what we have. And to me, to Kevin, it's not a defeat. It's just realist. I look at where we're going and I figure if we're on a train that's on fire and we're going to a station that's got gas in it, it's going to be some fireworks. Some fireworks. It's probably not the best idea to keep going this direction. Yeah, we might want to hit the brakes. I want to hit the brakes and slow up for a little bit. Okay, what we got? See if there's something else that looks interesting over here. No coronavirus. Syria, Assad retakes Aleppo. Yes, because we still have a conflict-based world. NSA whistleblower. Bloomberg, former mayoral rival files FEC complaint. Okay. Wayne Stetler asked if he was stupid to take Michael Avanti seriously. I don't think any of this is interesting. Booming economy, who gets the credit? Trump or Obama? This is interesting.
Now, a long-heated debate over the economy was reignited with a single tweet on Monday. And this week, former President Barack Obama tweeted, 11 years ago, near the bottom of the worst recession in generations, I signed the Recovery Act, paving the way for more than a decade of economic growth. And
let's find out who is the credit for the GDP of the plantation. Who is the one that got the slaves to be more profitable? This is the debate.
Longest streak of job creation in American history. Well, as you could imagine, the current commander-in-chief didn't sit well with him and President Donald Trump and his supporters. So who deserves the credit for the U.S. economy? Well, I have to bring in my expert economist in our 360 View. We bring in Tobin Smith, CEO of Transformative Research, and former official in the U.S. Trade Representative Office, Steve Gill. Tobin, Steve, I mean, I know when President Obama tweeted this out, I know it was not a surprise to you that President Trump was going to have to respond. So let me just go on and do the partisan question. Tobin, who gets to take claim for today's economy?
Well, gosh, first off, Obama has learned to troll. I love that. Number two, you know that when the current president of the United States says a word that starts with the best ever and ends with essentially nirvana, you know he's not right, because he actually doesn't know the numbers, nor does he care about the numbers. I will not bore your intelligence audience with all of the numbers, but basically every number that you would take, GDP growth, income growth, inflation, Obama's numbers are better. Now, the one thing Donald Trump does, let's not get confused about the real economy and the stock market. Well, yeah, but by the way, Obama's stock market growth was better by almost 25%. The reason is he came off a bottom. We came out of the Great Recession. Let's talk about the real economy. In the real economy, still about 70% of American households are not making enough income to live a much more than a lower middle class life. About 55% of those are not being able to pay their bills. But here's one way I measure the world and how the economy's doing. We've had an explosion in payday loans. We used to have, remember, the ninja loans, no income, no job, no assets. And now we have an explosion. If you have a great economy, how is it that these installment loans paying 50, 80% a year or more are exploding? That's the real reality.
Well, Steve, I'm going to get you to have that answer, but I have to also point this out. If the economy was so great under President Obama, why couldn't the Democrats then keep the White House when that was the #1 issue people said when they went to the voting booths in 2016 they voted for? And did President Obama just give Trump the credit that, hey, we're in a great economy?
Yeah, it seems Hillary Clinton was one
I'm
of
asking
the
Steve
good
on
times
this.
rolling.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Well, and I think in an already bizarre political season, it's remarkably strange that Barack Obama has endorsed the Trump economy and embraced it rather than his own vice president, who presumably would keep the good times rolling from the Obama era. I think Tobin also left off some of the things that have happened in the economy. People are off of welfare and are working. People are keeping more taxes in their pockets rather than having to send it to the government. You have the GDP numbers at the level that Barack Obama said Trump would need a magic wand to be able to achieve. So I don't think that the numbers add up for Barack Obama to claim credit for this any more than Michael Bloomberg's agricultural policies add up.
Well, Steve, first off, I know my numbers are better than your numbers, so a little later on, let's compare the numbers, because everything you said is not factual. But the most important point is that, yeah, there's some less people off of welfare, but almost all those people on welfare were at the
know what happened. Don't know what happened, but I think that's the end of it. I guess that's where anyone started. Something weird is happening. All right. Nope. A lot of freezing up and weird things are happening. I'm not even sure if you guys can hear me. Tuck and roll while shucking and jiving. That's all I can do is tuck and roll, but something really is jacked up this morning. Audible. What's an audible? An audible is called a change in plan. I just heard my voice. Something. Hold on.
State, well, those were state issues, and what they did is they got kicked off the rolls. So to say that that's better, come on now. The second thing is that remember, you know, a human being, a household has this little problem. Their income has gone up 15% from Obama's 2008 to 2018. Okay. But yet their cost of living has gone up about 35% because of health care, because of utilities, because of rising mortgages, rising rents. So, you know, you can't cherry pick. You got to look at the whole thing. And if the whole thing is 60 to 65% of households, the economy is not working for them. They can't pay a bill. They don't have 40, 100, they don't have $400 account. That's how I measure the. I just figured it out, I'm telling you.
Well,
no, he's making the same kind of false.
It was going up with President Obama, but has Trump taken it and been able to go even farther than even the expectations?
Well, but I think the difference is
hold on, let's do Steve real quick. Steve,
hang on.
Well, I think the numbers are much better when you look at real income.
Shut up. All right, so something just rebooted, but I'm going to pull an audible. I've got slavery to do. Something wonderful happened yesterday. There we go. See, now I see things are coming back. Something wonderful happened yesterday. Try to share it with you. Well, here it go right here. Brother Pat was inspired yesterday, so I'm going to give him an exit. He wrote this song. It's called Free the People, and I love it. This might be the permanent exit. Let me know what you think. I think that we gotta free the people. Gotta free the people. Gotta free the people. Let me know what you think about this. This is Brother Pat Riley. I didn't know the brother could play. I didn't even know he could do it.
Set